God bless the importance of doing this. Now, I've preached for a long time, man. When we do sub-2 deals, the most important person is the seller. Now the seller is behind on payments. They're getting freaked out. They're gonna get a foreclosure, and just because the investor didn't do stuff the right way, that's why it's important to close with an attorney. Like I used Tipton Law Firm, because all documents are prepped. She also reiterates to the seller, hey, we're gonna do this. Hey, FY, the due on sale. And this guy just doesn't know what the due on sale is. And he actually told the bank himself. We're close, man, to calling out these investors, man, because if I call out this investor and make this public, it's a teaching lesson for all of the investors in this community, because I take sub-2 seriously, right? I think I'm one of the top guys in the nation that takes sub-2 seriously, and to hear the seller calling me for advice and guidance and, hey, I'm getting a due on sale and my house is still behind on payments and now I'm getting foreclosure on my name, that's not cool. Do things the right way. You worked with that investor who did the sub-2 deal, and then when I came on board, she recorded the deed the same day?
Yes.
Okay, so I just saw your text message now. I'll be honest with you, this is what they call the due on sale clause. I've been doing this for 10 years, and in 10 years, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of these transactions. In 10 years, it's only happened to me twice. The last time it happened to me was about 6 years ago. For them to be doing it now, something has to be very off. I'm assuming the payments aren't being made?
The way this came about was because the mortgage company was calling me because they were trying to collect the debt.
Right.
So
now, when you say the debt, you talking about the payments behind or the entire balance?
No. They're still behind on payments. Like they haven't even gotten caught up on those payments yet.
Yeah.
They were supposed to have done that already. But anyways, so I was trying to explain to, because I didn't know anything, so I was trying to explain to the mortgage company, that we sub-2'd our home, that we signed the deed over, so that way it was technically their responsibility, for those payments. So the lady was basically like telling me, she goes, well, you can't do that. She goes, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to sign the deed over and this and that. And like I said, it wasn't making any sense to me.
Right.
Like I don't know. I was like, well, we did. I don't know why you're saying like that we can. I was like, but we already did. And she was like, well, the responsibility and the financial stuff, everything's still it's in your name. It's still your responsibility, to go ahead and get that paid. So she goes, you're gonna have to, work something out with, because she was like, are you renting it out to them or whatever? She goes, but you're gonna have to figure it out with them as well, and have them, make those payments. And then she ended up telling me, like, towards the end of the call, if we don't get that deeds transferred back into under our name, that they were gonna go ahead and move forward and foreclose the home because of that.
Okay, so yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the due on sale clause. Now, the hard part about this is the reason you didn't know not to do that is because the investor you closed this transaction with, in my opinion, they didn't do it the right way, right? You didn't sit down with the attorney, understand the pros and cons of the transaction. So as soon as you tell the bank, hey, I did this thing called a sub-2 and I signed over the deed, they have the option to exercise the due on sale. What the due on sale means is, hey, if you transfer the deed, then all the money that's owed on the house is due now. So you either got to sell it or do what you got to do, hence the due on sale clause. Now you're super in a tough position. Just because she was a representative, I don't know if she put it to her higher ups and they're starting the process, or if she was just informing you, or it's actually already in place. And if it is in place, then yes, that is true. If the deed's not back in your name, or a way to cover that security like a blanket somehow, they will foreclose because it's your house, it's your deed. Now again, I've done hundreds and hundreds of these. In 10 years, it's only happened twice. It typically happens when you're behind on payments, or in your case, you actually told the bank what you did. Have you been talking to the investor?
I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago when this happened. I was kind of explaining to him, what the bank had told me and what I told them. And really all he told me was like, let me talk to her. So when he did get back to me, he basically just said that to let her talk to the bank, because she can kind of finesse her words with them, and that if they do happen to call me again, just go along with it, and then basically call Christian and Leah and let them know, what the bank said or what's going on, so that way they can, handle it and get it taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Is that an option? That is an option, but I'll be honest with you. Now the eyeballs are on your loan. How much are they behind still?
They're behind about like $2,800.
Yeah, see, it's hard for me to grasp all this, man, because an investor, one, shouldn't be being behind on payments, especially in their own house. Two, the whole transaction that went down, I told you the paperwork that you guys did was very mediocre.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I mean, you're still stuck with her. I mean, unless she can just get it back to you. I don't know if you guys tried that method.
And that's the thing too. Like, if my wife and I are more than willing to get it back, to get the house back, exactly. Like,
have you talked to her about it?
No, not yet. I kind of wanted to get more of an idea of like what we could do or what our options could be, so that way I can bring it up to their attention, because I don't feel like they're gonna take it well. You know, they're not. I don't feel like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, cool. You know, we'll give you your house back. You know, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. So I just kind of want to see maybe what options we do have.
Your options are is you can get with the real estate attorney and you can file suit. I mean, say, hey, you know, you're not performing. It's a breach of contract. You said you're gonna do this. You said you're gonna do that. Now I can definitely push this along, but again, I'm trying to stay neutral here, if that makes sense. But talk to her. Say, hey, you know, the due on sale clause. That's the terminology. She shouldn't know what that means. So, hey, the bank just called me and said they're enforcing the due on sale clause. What's the plan of action? I don't know if I want you to be talking to the bank, and I think at this point it's best we just get the house back. I tried it with you. I just had months. You still haven't cut off the payments. You didn't perform anything you did on the contract like you said you would. So either I continue pushing to the bank saying that you just want to deed the house back to me and we both lose and get the foreclosure, or just give me the house back. Again, I don't know how strong and how aggressive you want to be, but that's definitely an option.
This has just been a crazy experience.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just got in a bad position. Again, I wish we would have met, you know, before you guys closed that transaction, because none of this would be happening whatsoever. There would never been a late payment whatsoever. But keep me posted. I'm interested. You know, if you somehow get the house back, I mean, I'm still willing to do the whole transaction, the subject to method, but just the right way with the real estate attorney, all the proper documents. As soon as we close, I catch up all the payments. That would take the stress off the file, and we go from there. But we need the deed back in your name.
All right.
Keep me posted. Let me know how I can help. Okay.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
All right, buddy.